Hello everyone, Christian here, and it is now time for Iowa Interstate Steam Memories. This will be the second last memories video of the vlog part of the year. This is the second last video shot in this place. And yeah, we're going to dig into it. Now, 4 videos came out of Iowa this year with the 6988. And while technically I wouldn't consider 2 adventures enough for another memories video going at a stricter standard, because this is the last run for now of the Iowa Interstate 6988 and the Iowa Interstate Steam Program faces an uncertain future, you know what, it's time for part 2. In 2019, I just realized just how fantastic the Iowa Interstate Steam Program was. I remember leaving the Geneseo the Analon excursions, knowing that it was one of my favorite steam locomotives. I returned in June to do the absolute insane with no vacation time, which it was over 13 hours away, and I have no idea how I worked at that point. I really don't. I made it back, literally got 2 hours of sleep, went to work and did caffeine, and I wouldn't recommend that to anyone else. I'm nuts. It's all good. 2020, it was announced early on that there would be no excursions with the Iowa Interstate Steam Program. But in late 2020, it was announced that they were preparing for the 2021 excursion season. And I believe it was end of April, early May that the Iowa Interstate 6988 excursions were announced. There was only 2 sets of excursion dates. There was the Oxford excursions and the Wilton excursions, and then there was excursions out of Des Moines, Iowa. Originally, I planned on trying to attend both, and then 4014 was announced, and for some reason I decided to go with that, and then I got the new gig. My uncle was going to be home that weekend, and I said, you know what, I'll go in August. Originally I was planning on being gone from Thursday to Tuesday, and I was going to chase the ferry back on Monday, but then with the new job I decided I had to be back Monday, so that really kind of cut into the adventure, and we actually decided that on the adventure. I left my old job the Friday beforehand, after putting in my 2 weeks notice. Had a week break in between my old company and my new job. Actually a week and 1 day, which was fantastic. And I was gearing up for what I knew could be the last time I would see the 6988 run. So me, the big Banana Railfan, Kurtis Hooey, and GT Railfan Productions all set out for Iowa in August. We bound for, boys?
Ow!
Disney.
I don't know. Or, I don't know. Well, technically it's Illinois tonight, but...
Stay tuned. We're currently on our way to where?
Ow!
Illinois. Illinois. Illinois.
Yeah.
We're going to Illinois first. We're going to Illinois first, fat boy.
It's one of the ice.
I suppose you're wondering, could we fit one more person in our SUV? Look what we found!
At least 3 more.
We found a potato.
Yes.
Getting a long angle shot. I'm going to do something I haven't done before. You'll never guess where I'm at. Hello there. Fun Columbus traffic. Oh, and look where we're going across. We're going across the Ohio come back sign.
Why doesn't it say Indiana?
Hi, Ohio.
Ohio doesn't exist.
I was just about to say, were we really in Ohio if it doesn't exist?
Hey, look, guys,
It
we
doesn't
exist
exist.
again. Like, holy crap.
That's actually hilarious because that's the only exit to Ohio I've seen where it says come back again soon. That's
Who wants
hilarious.
to come back to Ohio? They're just like,
I do. CVSRV, Steam in the Valley. Awesome. Hang.
Welcome to
The crossroads.
hey, look at that cross. That's pretty cool.
What time is it?
It's burger time.
Burger time.
Burger
time.
Burger time.
How's the sunset, guys? Good?
Very
Top notch. Very pink.
All right. About to cross into our descent into the western half of the country. Time change.
Welcome to Illinois.
It's now 9:03. Check your phones. We are in the great state of Illinois, the land of the Lincoln. Check your phones, guys. We just went back to 9:04. We made it to our hotel. in rural Iowa, and we are at, yeah, we're at Super 8 for that in Illinois. Where are we heading off to first, boys?
Centralia. The one that's not on fire.
Yes.
Wait.
Oh, it's a Trail Vesti 60s.
Oh, cool.
Wow, this is beautiful. I find that, look at that road bridge.
to Missouri.
That's way prettier. That's really pretty.
You're now in the western half of the country. For those who don't know steam engines, the main reason I wanted to come here was to see the 1522, which was at one point the loudest operational steam locomotive in the world. Hey guys, look, both sides, the Mississippi and the BNSF main line.
1522 used to run down there, and that's a nice lift bridge there too. Check that out.
And we're now back in Illinois, bound for Iowa.
This is a long bridge, jeez.
We're on the BNSF bridge, crossing into Iowa, south of Davenport on the Mississippi River. So once again, we're back in the western half of the country.
Hey, look, there's the power right there going right by the
Where is it?
It's just basic BNSF.
basic BNSF, but it's going right by the northern actually.
There's an H1. There's a stop sign there. What are we stopping?
It's BNSF, I think we're good. I don't know, but I feel this is like a lift bridge.
It is a lift bridge, I think.
That's why I'm like trying to get over.
Oh, the H1's trailing.
Welcome to Iowa.
Oh, I saw an H1.
Those are kind of rare, the H1's, the last locomotive trailing.
So hey guys,
I hate to sound like a
hey
phone
guys,
number.
we're on the western half of the country now until Monday. How do we all feel?
God bless.
Yes.
In 800
We're
feet,
ready
turn
for
left onto
some
Avenue
QG.
H.
Yes.
Even at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
I'm ready.
So I'm going to start recording because we're now in Fort Madison. Iowa sunrise. We are ready for E6988. Hey guys, guess what? Oh. Hey guys, guess what time it is? It's burger time! Alright, it's now 8:10 p.m. We're 11 hours away from home. We decided to skip the ferry tomorrow because work Tuesday is going to be a down. 332 miles. We'll probably extend that on the highway. Going to stop hopefully in Ohio.
hey Christian.
Hey. See, that was quick as hell because we left from Iowa City and not Newton, which is like 2.5 hours, but good news is here's the Mississippi River. After a few days on the western half of the country, I can't wait to get back to my bed.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mississippi River.
Look, there's Rockville Bridge.
Oh, hey, look. We're now back on the eastern half of the country. Oh boy, vacation's almost over with.
Ooh.
Good try.
now.
West side, best side.
Chicago side. Holy crap, I actually got it. We're now back in Indiana.
Welcome to Indiana.
We have Gabe making a snap.
And
Plans kind of changed because a friend of ours was supposed to meet us in Chicago and things didn't really work out that way. So we ended up deciding to do a little bit of a Midwest static steam display tour, kind of like the one I did in May. Wanted to see the Illinois Central steam locomotive, and some of these ideas originated back to my Kansas trip in 2019, and even this year that never originated to see the 3415, which I was finally able to do part of. I was able to see the Illinois Central Steam Locomotive in Centralia, and that was on Thursday, and then we made our way to the Museum of Transportation. This museum has been on my list forever because of the Frisco 1522, but I do want to remind everyone that was not the main star of the show. The Museum of Transportation was fantastic. Classic cars, trains, and other modes of transportation. For some reason, I really like the Canadian National 10-wheeler there. I got to see my 5th big boy, which unfortunately I did not get into the cab that day because they were doing work on. I got to see the Norfolk and Western 2156 for the first time since 2017. Got to see another Santa Fe 210-4, another C&O Kanawha. Got to see the other surviving New York Central Mohawk class locomotive. Got to see even the only surviving nickel plate Hudson 170. We spent literally 3 hours at the museum, and it was fantastic. It was worth every minute. And of course, obviously, Frisco 1522 and the Southern Pacific GS4 type steam locomotive they had. Then after that, we made our way north to Iowa, where we would see 2 steam locomotives. Another 2900 class Santa Fe steam locomotive, and the 3002, which is in Burlington, Iowa. Both sit literally on the banks of the Mississippi River, and then we made our way to Iowa City, which is where was our home base, I guess you could say, for 3 days. Each day we literally got up at the crack of dawn for the ferry moves, not really knowing what to expect. There were a few shots I did want, and there was shots I wanted to redo. We started out in Kellogg, went to Grinnell, and yeah, the ferry move was really short, and then the rest of the day we just pretty much chilled out. Day 2 was the Oxford excursions. I always regretted missing these in 2019, but there was no way I could have made them. And quite honestly, we were able to actually chase 2 of the runs. 6988 this time, pretty much all the times I saw her this year, she wore Grand Trunk Western 6-chime, which sounded fantastic. Would have loved to have gotten better video and audio of the Illinois Central steamboat whistle, but that unfortunately still eludes me, and hopefully next time 6988 operates, I get that luck. Day 2 was when we finally got to hear the Chinese whistle again. We got to hear it in a weird tandem of almost a whistle battle between the Chinese 5-chime and the Grand Trunk Western 6-chime. The Oxford excursions were great, and we chased the ferry move back to South Amana. The last day, though, was the best day of the chase. That always seems to be the thing with Iowa Interstate, except I believe it was the other excursions in 2019, and unfortunately the townships escaped me. This day we had to be to South Amana by 6:30. They left at about 6:40, and we had the perfect morning light. I was finally able to get the Iowa City Bridge shot. I got the perfect shot. Even though it was the same angle, I got my favorite shot so far at the depot in West Liberty. I finally got the South Annalisa shot, and yeah, the Wilton excursions were pretty much one and done, almost similar to Oxford, but I just want to say, the 3 days I chased the 6988 this year, she put on a better show than what she did in 2019. She was louder, she sounded more aggressive. I don't know what it was, but she was fantastic. With having to cancel chasing the ferry move on Monday, which sucked because that was the day they put on the high C3 chime, we headed home because I had to start my new job. And I needed a day off beforehand. Drove through the night, and it was an end of a fantastic adventure. I saw many people in Iowa that time, and unfortunately I'm not going to even try and list all of you. There were as many people I saw. In my mind, that was the end, and it took almost 2 months to finally release that video with all the stacked steam locomotive videos I had to release in between there. So originally I edited that video with the end for now. And then about 2 weeks before, and I'm not going to name who, contacted me saying, you need to get down to Iowa this weekend because Friday and Saturday we are going to be running the 6988 on its last excursions for a long-term storage and an uncertain future on if she or 7081 would get a 1472 rebuild. There's a little bit of sadness because the 6988 I realized in August was my favorite operational steam locomotive. So there was that little bit of, holy cow, this is the last time. Going there, writing out a list of shots, I realized I would finally be chasing the 6988 round trip with the freight train for 2 days. I would be running into my friend Coaster Fan 2105 for the first time in 2 years. Wasn't really sure what to expect because all the times I'd been in Iowa beforehand, it had been hot summer weather. 2 times maybe beforehand, it was a little cool and damp. This time it was beyond freezing, but the fall colors in Iowa really amazed me because I was not expecting them to be that fantastic. And for 2 days, I finally got shots that I have been dreaming of getting with 6988 for the past 2 years. And I even got more shots than what I was expecting. And over 2 days, while it rained on the first day, it was hazy lighting. The second day yielded the best results, in my personal opinion, the best light. And the second day, we even got the Chinese 5-chime more. Even got a really good whistle show of the Guatemalan 3-chime, and for once I finally heard the air horn during a crossing sequence. They went all out. And it was a fantastic way to end the fall. It was one of my favorite adventures of 2021. And to end it all, the 6988 ran up Kellogg Hill 2 more times, and unfortunately the evening light golden light got blocked by a giant overcast. But one of the last runs, we got a fantastic dose of the Chinese 5-chime. 6988's future is still uncertain. No one really knows right now what is going to happen. Keep our fingers crossed, because I'm personally going to cause some controversy when I say this. I think the Iowa Interstate has the best steam program in the country that I've experienced so far. I'm going to say that it rivals the Reading and Northern. I think they are even more Railfan friendly than the Reading and Northern, and they're both on a very equal level. But when 6988 is really allowed to work her stuff, I think she even puts on a better show than 425. Anyhow, this is my Iowa Interstate Steam Memories Part 2. Whatever is to happen with the Iowa Interstate will happen. I'm Christian, and hope you enjoyed this video.